pieces need to be repaired after they have already had their stones set and the final finish applied. And today I'm going to show you one piece that just such a thing happened. Once we got everything all polished, the bail popped off and now it needs to be repaired. Hi, I'm Melissa Muir. I'm a jeweler and metalsmith, and I also do a lot of online training and classes. And this happens to be a piece that came from one of my classes just a couple of weeks ago. So I want to show you how I use my Orion 200i2 arc welder to repair this. Now, as you can see, the piece I have here, the bail has come off. So we were doing some different work and it came separated. And now that the stone is already set, your polish has been applied, how do you fix it? Now, I need to make certain that I have a connection with the machine. And that is where this little copper clamp comes into place. It is grounded to the machine itself, and that is what allows that electric to flow and creates a circuit when I touch my metal to the electrode. It's important that your electrode is clean, because if it's not, then it can cause all kinds of problems, misfires, it can attach to your piece, there's just a lot of problems. So it's important to clean this up. Now I have a little Dremel that I keep right here at my welder, and it's got a diamond wheel on it that is used to resurface this. And I want to pay attention to how that's done, making certain that I don't put too far or steep of an angle or too shallow of an angle. In addition, because I'm working with silver and I need this arc to dissipate or kind of jump from a larger area, I'm actually going to blunt the end of my tip. Very first thing, I actually did remake this bail, and that is because the existing bail was too short to attach to the wire that I currently have. So what I've done is recreate it, and you'll notice that the tail here is a little bit longer. That will be snipped off just a little bit later. Now I'm going to get this connected to the stem of that new bail first, and then we'll clip things away and bring that in. One of the cool things about the welder is that it does not leave fire scale. However, you can see some of the soot that it does leave from the surrounding arc that happens. And I can just use a small glass brush to sweep that away. So my initial settings, I have 6.19 here for my power, the length or the amount of joules that I'm going to be sending through. The length is also 6.83. I'm using a triangle with standard plus and no agitation. I do have it set to about 2 welds per second, but typically I get 1 because I'll pull the piece away before it can shoot that second one. But you'll see that sometimes that is handy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clip away that excess silver that's hanging down on the tail, and I want to bring up what's left. So I want to ball this up kind of quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my power to about a 10. I'm going to increase my length so that they're about the same color match. The time, like the numbers don't really matter, but I want to kind of match these colors, especially when I'm in this triangle wave. Now when I touch this to the electrode, you'll see how quickly it brings that end of that silver up, and now I can connect the two pieces, the piece that was existing, that was already on my pendant, and now the new part of the bail. Now that was a pretty strong arc. I don't want it to be that strong when I am connecting the two pieces because I don't want to blow any holes or blow them apart. So I'm going to drop this back down just a little bit. I don't want it as weak as what I had it before when I was just tacking things together, because now I do want a little bit more energy in there to melt the silver and really fuse these two pieces together. So I'm going to bring this down to about 7.5 kilowatts, and my length is about 10.21 milliseconds. In addition to doing the part with the bail here, I'm also going to do on the front or top part of that bail onto the pendant itself. And that's really going to give me a nice secure connection that I know things aren't just going to wobble off. Now here is our final pendant. Everything is nice and secure. We have a good tight fit onto this. There's no wobbling or anything like that, and I'm no longer concerned about this breaking off. The only thing that's left to do now is just the final polish, and we're good to go.